That's the problem. Is that like I didn't like click record early enough, so therefore
didn't
like
get any of the
there's
the
no preamble, so that kind of
love
means.
Do you know what I love most about preamble is the word preamble.
No,
What's
preamble
amble?
is
What
a-
the fuck is amble? I just love that there's what does
am-
amble mean?
Well,
It's supposed to
amble
be
must
pre-
imply action, and therefore
It's
it's
you get a
pre-action.
like what? Yeah, what is amble? Hang on, I'm just curious. As to...
Pre-substance. Don't worry, we'll get to the whole. We build it up and then we go hello.
Oh yeah, we
welcome in
will.
a sec, don't worry.
Amble is walk or move at a slow, relaxed pace. But surely preamble is a completely different. Preamble is like an introduction.
Right.
So amble, the word amble has nothing to do with the word preamble.
So, well,
So what we've learned is that the English language is a bit broken.
that
There.
do you know what that is?
Go on,
That
what
just
is
makes no sense. A bit like the Mediocre at Best podcast. Hello and welcome to the Mediocre
good.
at Best podcast. I am James Erdebrit Skinner.
I am Fraser Oliver.
I kind of was supposed to try and do, oh yeah, I am James Erdebrit Skinner. I was kind of pointing at you.
Do you know what I
Doesn't
love
work.
about what we've got? Like we've got obviously got that all
Yeah.
that, but we've almost got like a. Like we sort of, like we both sort of did, we sort of like a beat drum. It's great. Like it's growing.
It's the slightly
growing.
fake, slightly real build-up of a duh. Hello and welcome to the Mediocre at Best
great.
podcast. We've got a drink segment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, basically, it was very last minute. You were just sort of like.
I want to go over shop and get a
surprise,
drink.
we do have drinks on the podcast, but you used like a
Yeah.
water or something, nothing to. And then James was like, I kind of want something that isn't water. So we went over London. I said, if there's something exciting, grab two of them. Drink segment. I wasn't. You could have given me some guesses as to what he was going to bring back.
No, I'm a
this was not
sucker.
on the fucking list.
I'm a sucker for a deal. Now this is so in business they have a thing called decoy pricing,
Yes.
where basically you price something like a bit very unreasonable, but then you pretty much like you give the customer a lot more, but only up the price a little bit.
Got it.
So therefore the price still isn't that reasonable, but,
But
you
you
think
get
it's
tricked 'cause
reasonable
it's-
because there's an offer.
Okay.
So I got £2 for £4.50 on Desper Bloody Rados.
Lovely stuff. Look at that.
So it's bigger than my head.
It doesn't feel. And it doesn't feel bad because it's a Friday recording this.
Yeah.
So
I've had
at
a
the end
long
of week, and we deserve a fucking.
Well, a long
Desperado.
week. Gonna down our tools, drop our pitchforks. Gonna go down the pub, have a pint, a bar. I love him. I love
He's a
him.
champ.
He used to be an apprentice candidate.
Oh, we should get
That's
the podcast.
Tom. If you want to come on, have you ever had a Desperado?
I have. I used
So
to have
so
a
have
lot.
I. It's not really a drink
No,
segment. is
well,
it?
that's fair. It's not. I love a Desperado though. There's something that reminds me of like being in the
That's
beer
so
garden.
nice. Legit, yeah.
I'm so glad you. I've never seen that.
Legit.
You were so excited at that.
Oh yeah.
Like, that is one of the best things about summer. Like, right, I'm
buzzing.
quite a big guy. I get hot easily.
Yeah.
So summer for me, in pretty much every aspect, is hell because I'm sweating. I'm always hot. I don't look good in the summer because I'm someone who looks better in like trousers, not shorts, sort of thing. I just don't look good in the summer. But the one good thing about summer, the saving grace, is sitting in a beer garden with a pint with your mates. It doesn't get better.
I have to rinse that this summer. I feel we've got
We've got the 7 stars, which yes, it's fucking overpriced.
but
the beer garden there's lovely.
beer garden.
But also, Spoons have got a roof terrace now.
It's honestly.
We went there, but we haven't been up there because it was closed when we got
We
there.
popped
but
into our local Spoons.
got-
My golly
it's-
gosh, it's posh.
It is fancy.
Like,
fucking hell.
Michelin stars.
It
Give
looks
it at least
mental.
3.5.
It's got a lift.
Fucking hell.
Got a fucking
I think
lift.
it always had a lift, to be fair. I think
Yeah, but not that
there was a little
prominent.
mini
It is
disabled
now-
lift in the corner,
Yeah,
I think.
it's now like a prominent. They have put it front and centre. Like, look, we have a
Look,
lift.
it's a lift.
It's mental. But no, the roof terrace. I'm excited to go up there and see what it is like. Because I bet that'd be lovely.
That'd be fun, that'd
And
be
like
fun.
a Spoon's picture on a roof terrace. Oh, gone from Desperado to a Spoon's picture, but you know,
Desperado's just
it's
decent.
lovely.
I forget how
Not a
much I
good-
like it.
I was just about to say, I forget how much I love a Desperado.
And as well, 5.9% does do you
You
wrong.
can't go wrong, can you? You can't.
Fucking
We got drunk on
rebellious.
Desperados and what?
Je m'appelle.
Wee baguette.
Yeah.
This happens. This happens. Where like, there's a chance for a segue, And whenever we... There's kind of the joke that we don't segue very well on this podcast.
It's a very funny joke. I love the humour.
But every time I see a good segue, we can't because we're not done on whatever we're talking about yet. So you mentioned The Apprentice, because there was The Apprentice candidate. I wanted to... What elite telly. So what fucking amazing telly The Apprentice is.
I'm not sure if I have like the exact context. How much of like The Apprentice would you say you've watched before?
So my parents really like it.
Good.
So I've watched. I think apart from this one, I've seen 2 full series of The Apprentice, and then other than that, sort of been in and out bits I've seen. It's just good, fun telly. Like, it's people say it's boring. No, it's not. It's if you think it's boring,
you haven't watched an
it.
episode.
Please, it's so funny. Like it's.
It would be categorically correct for me to say it is the only... reality show is more of a broad definition than how you'd actually describe it.
But it is, I guess it is a reality show.
It's the only reality show I will religiously watch.
I mean, because that's the thing.
If with I'm a Celeb, if I like it, if I miss the odd episode here and there,
I'm not catching up. It's not.
I will watch every episode of The Apprentice, whether it's live, whether it's literally the day before the next one comes. It's being watched.
That's the thing. Is like I'm a Celeb. We watched it this year, and I was like, I don't care. Like it's starting to lose. It's been on for fucking 20 years.
Yeah, I think so.
But, all right, like calm down. It's kind of lost all surprise and shock factor, and it's not helped by the lack of actual celebrities we get on there. But The Apprentice doesn't rely on any of that. It relies on just having normal people that are characters, and that carries the show.
People like think about The Apprentice like it's Lord Sugar's version of Dragon's Den, basically.
Yeah.
People think that's what, and bearing in mind, I quite enjoy a bit of Dragon's Den.
I love Dragon's Den.
I just quite like the cool businessy stuff. I love Peter Jones. Big up Tuka Sullivan.
I fucking love Tuka Sullivan.
Bloody hell, Tej Lavani does things to me. We're just saying names
It's not a joke.
of people.
This is a comedy. We're just saying names.
It is comedy. I'm very funny. But people don't realise that The Apprentice, just like me, is a comedy.
It is.
Because I genuinely look at certain things and go, I half think it's scripted.
But like, understandably, on the surface, it doesn't seem like a comedy. It's a group of people, business people, competing to be Lord Sugar's business partner. That seems dull. But
filled to the brim with fuck-ups.
You've got to look at, these people constantly fuck up. And sometimes very simple shit. And it's just funny to watch it crumble. They argue. It is, and for me, one of the funniest bits is watching them argue, and then it'll cut to Claude, who's like on the verge of suicide. Like, they can't add 2 and 2. It cuts to Claude with his notebook, and he's like, this is a fucking travesty.
Claude and Karen are the genius behind the show.
It's when they're back in the boardroom.
It's the music as well.
And so one of the contestants will say something, and Claude and Karen, that's not what happened. Like, it just didn't happen, and it's just... Oh, it is incredible telly.
It is a genuine funny comedy.
As this goes up, only 2 episodes have been. So you've got time to catch up. Every Thursday at 9, you've got time to catch up.
And to be fair, it is very easy to hop... Because... I think if you got to like episode 8, 9, 10 of the season, it would get a bit hard to follow, especially these first few weeks. We say we can't...
I have no idea.
There are 2 or 3 people that I can picture in my head.
There's one I can name. And we both know who that is. Greg and his
Shout out Greg. I might
God.
see if I can pop him something. See if he'll come on a podcast.
Should we tweet him from the Mab account?
Yeah.
We won't get it.
I'll see if he'll pop on a podcast.
Other than that, I have fucking no... Like, on last Thursday, when they were all like, the 3 of them were in the board, I was like, I don't know who these people are. I don't know who these people are, so I don't really care.
Like the person who got fired this week, obviously, no spoilers if you want to catch up. But I didn't recognise that he had been about.
The first time we knew this man existed is when he got called back into the boardroom. If he didn't do that, I would not have known that man existed. I didn't see him last week, I didn't see him this week, other than him getting fired. So it's like, I'm okay, fuck off. I'm not.
Apprentice is also more fun with the boys.
Yeah.
Because my 3 experiences of watching Apprentice have been, I grew up watching it with family.
Lovely.
Then, I think for a couple of years, I just watched it by myself. And then, obviously this year, I watched it with friends. Now, the problem with my father,
Yes.
he's a talking Nazi.
Oh, my mum's like this. Anytime you talk, my mum's like, shh.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I do want to clarify, not as in we'll suddenly start trying to gas the Jewish population. Like, I want to clarify, if ever you start talking, it's going, are we talking or are we watching?
That is I was literally going to say, my
is?
mum does, because watching it together, we can talk. You say, what? You fucking breathe while you're watching it with mum. She's like, oi, shh. It's like,
all I'm going to say is, it's a theme with teachers who
yeah.
spend
Like,
all day telling children to shut up, who then
But
come
it's
into their
It's
van.
not fun, just sat there in silence watching something.
No.
If something happens and I want to make a
Mention
joke, or I want to mention it, or talk about what's happened, what's the point in watching it if we're just going to sit there in silence? I
Talk
want
about it, Mum.
Fucking hell. No, honestly, and me and my dad get so annoyed that
Yeah.
we can't. You know what? Mum, you said you watched some of these episodes. If you're watching this, it's so annoying, and I know.
I'm sorry,
they watch it
it
together.
is annoying.
Dad, don't back down, back yourself. You find it annoying, I find it annoying.
But don't back it too
But
much, because
this
then you
is
will be in the
mental.
doghouse, and that's, you
This
know.
is mental. My mum loves watching Gogglebox, which is literally people talking over telly. So how the fuck do you like watching Gogglebox, but as soon as we fucking say a word during a show, you tell us to shush?
I bet when
Come
you go
on.
onto YouTube, you'd actively click on a reaction video.
Yeah, you love Marvel Musical.
Fucking
honestly.
hell. You've seen me listen to fucking Beetlejuice plenty of times, haven't you?
Good.
Niche.
No, that was good. I enjoyed it.
Good.
Back yourself. You love Toy Story the musical. What a video.
Buddy, yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Lovely.
But no, life lesson. Maybe that's the life lesson. Apprentice as elite telly. Maybe that should be like.
No, the life lesson is
Let's
don't be a
talk.
talking Nazi.
Yeah, there we go.
There we are.
Don't be a talking.
Nazis are a life lesson.
I was going to say something, Mike. I know you have to cut it out and edit.
Good old Goebbels. I love how, like, I think that Goebbels should do like a sponsored like Pizza Express ad. Just have garlic Goebbels.
That's really good. That would be incredible. It'd be the best marketing campaign ever. Just go.
I
Yeah.
think there would be many cancellations.
Oh yeah, it'd be funny though, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
It'd
good,
be hysterical.
good, funny, innit? But we're doing plays. For
Oh,
everyone.
we are indeed.
How's
I'm loving these little life updates and see what's going on.
How's your acting process? Are you still shit at it?
No, I'm actually not. I'm not as shit at it.
Oh, good,
It's one of those things where I'm sort of going, oh, I actually quite like acting. Like, because we haven't done a lot of, like, we've had the odd scene here and there, but we haven't had, like, a play to, like, do.
Yeah.
So to have that for the first time, because obviously took a year out from college, it's the first time we've had, like, a production to do in, like, fucking 4 or 5 years. So it's like, this is nice, just, here's a production. Again, yeah, it's lovely.
It's class, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just nice to have a character and go, do it.
I think what I found really interesting is like watching a director work, because that's something I kind of want to do in the future if I get the opportunity. And it's kind of like interesting, even though I think it's interesting to like agree on some bits and then like disagree on some approaches. Like I think
It's good, yeah. Seeing a director work and see like how they work is it's really interesting to watch and see like like the processes they done. I wouldn't have done that. But that's a really cool way of doing it. Like there were times where our director would literally go, "Here's a scene, put it on its feet, just improvise, and then I'll see what sticks." I'm like, that's an amazing way of doing it. Just like do it. That I liked. That I like. Yeah, that's better than trying to direct every little move. Like it's just. Yeah, it's interesting to see. I guess like a sight into what the industry is going to be slightly like, which is.
It's like I feel like a director, like it's pretty hard for a director not to be in some way like an incredible, especially a theatre director. I imagine it's very different. Like theatre directors must also be actors.
Oh yeah, I don't think you can, because film director you can get away with, like
because directing a film is a completely different thing.
It's more. I don't say more technical, but you've got it's camera work.
Yeah,
that's
it's the camera, it's the operation.
That's a lot of work, like camera work, looking at how it works with the set. Like that's a lot of shit. But a direct, I feel like if you're not an actor, I don't think you're going to be very good director.
I do think it's a mistake on Falmouth Uni's part, and I'll talk about this. I think there should be more plays that I think there should have been a third one in there.
What do you mean?
Because obviously we do one now and then one at the end of third year.
Second year,
I
third year.
think I'm not sure how you do it, because obviously you can't have third, second, and third year shows going on at the exact same time unless they were just like still in a studio.
Or do like first, second,
But
one at the end of first year, one at the end of second year, one at the end of third.
Because I genuinely think, in terms of I know obviously we've been in a lot more, but like the amount you learn about acting through surprisingly doing a play.
Honestly,
like the things that my director will come out with, and I go, oh my god, I've literally never thought about that before. That's mental.
But it's like things that I've learnt, like as me as an actor, but also like the process and like different exercises we've done. Like that's an amazing exercise.
Yeah.
Like that's incredible. That like I would not have learnt if we hadn't. Yeah. So having another experience to just pick up like think. He'll do things. I'm like, that's amazing. How do you even like think of that? And he'll do something and link it back. The thing I'm like, fuck, I did not see that coming. Like it's one of those things where doing it surprisingly, doing a production teaches you quite a lot. Which
there are things and approaches I like disagree. I think my big thing, I think this is a problem I have, is that I want two things. I want to be told that was good or that was shite, or at least like a, you know, I have no problem with going and asking, like, right, give that a rating out of 10. I want to know, and then also it's, just generally this like sometimes like non-specific feedback, very general feedback, and I'm there like, and obviously you know you don't want to be selfish. I'm there like, tell me what you want me to improve.
Yeah,
I'd
rather a bullet pointed list of things that specifically like, because that's something our director's very good at. He'll literally go, this line you didn't react in like a real enough way, or this line, or literally this word. Like he's very good at going through specifically finding in the script moments like that's really like that is helpful. So I can then go into my script and underline it, highlight it, I can annotate it. That's the shit you want.
My slight worry is so our performances are next week. So finding we might literally be doing the pod like Saturday morning because I'm not sure how much time we'll end up. I don't know. Maybe Wednesday evening.
I was gonna say because Wednesday
I'm not working.
What time do you finish on Wednesday?
4, I believe.
Yeah, so I think
so Wednesday evening could be a shout. Sorry, we're not going to do.
We're not doing meet Bab admin on. Yeah, sorry, that's.
But so we're teching on Monday. We haven't done a full run yet. We're doing our first full run on Tuesday. The show is Thursday, and linking this back to the whole idea of feedback, we have never done the classic, the classic, you know, performing arts like we did it back in the day, or how I've never done a show and this not be the norm where you do a run and you go beat by beat-ish, and you go, this is my note for that bit, this is my note for that.
Today. So we did it. We had our director and like our vocal voice teacher there. So we got 2 sets of voice-specific notes and then more like generalised acting-y notes. And literally at the end we sat down and they did go through scene by scene, beat by beat, what we had to do. So I've got notes on my phone of literally scene 1, this, for voice, and that's, for me I was like, right, perfect. I can look at them over the weekend, when we run it on Monday, I can,
and I hate the lack of that.
Yeah, well,
I hate that the first time that's going to happen, it's more just like, guys, the energy generally is a bit, you all seem a little bit tired.
Obviously, it's a fucking Friday.
Make sure you're throwing the sticks, aka lines, to each other. If you're not a drama shoot, you watch this podcast,
no idea what's going
or just like no acting, sometimes I get it. It's a little bit weird. But I have to admit, it's like, and to be fair, like I take this into my, and I've got a point about this as a little, I don't want to say acting tip because that implies I know anything, but I've got a little tip for people in general.
Back yourself.
But I had to go to my director and go, yo, over like I was like, sorry if this seems a bit strange. Is there like a piece of like specific feedback or something that I can just like go away and think about, and then when we do a run, something you want me to like properly change or do differently? And she gave it to me, which
you shouldn't have to like that.
I shouldn't have to ask.
That should be just
but
how the
yeah.
Oh, it's That's not fun to be getting your first lot of proper feedback 2 days before you do it. That's how are you feeling about it? Because again, context, this is the first thing we've done performance-wise that isn't in like a intimate. The ones we've done so far have been like we perform it in a little studio with like 30, 40 people watching. Yeah. This is going to be massive studio, light rigs.
Everyone from our year is going to come.
First years, some third years, and some film students. Every lecturer ever.
Lecturers will likely be there.
Apparently, Kevin said that pretty much every lecturer that we have been taught by is going to be there watching.
And not to add more pressure, but there's a very likely chance that your third year director is going to be in the audience.
Shit, yeah.
And
so
therefore you've got to impress them.
But even like showing off like the film students.
Yeah, film students.
They're there to go, right, okay, that was good, I want them in me thing.
I'd love a film role.
Yeah.
A short student film, but same thing.
No, I'm not in the fucking Avengers, but it'll do.
But it's a lot of pressure, but I think I think it's what this tell me if this sounds wanky, but it's what I need. I need that little bit of stress, that little bit of panic. I think especially
it's the adrenaline, like at the end of the day.
Yeah, like obviously in terms of uni context, it's a bit different. Like I feel like I've done shows to bigger audiences, quote unquote. But it's a mix of this is part of my degree.
Uni,
I feel like I have to somewhat prove myself for further opportunities.
But also I feel like I'm proving myself to the other actors.
Yeah.
Because some people will not have seen me act ever.
Yeah.
But on this course, because some people don't turn up to the smaller assessments, they will never have seen me perform.
Or if they've only seen one thing you've done and they didn't really like it,
like someone saw first year, they'll be like, I'm sorry, that's not me. Like that. Yeah, it's a lot of.
It's also the fact that I haven't done a show in a while.
It's been like, well, what? Like, because obviously, Sore Spot, we didn't do. So it'd be Panto 2019.
Panto 2019. I haven't done a show since the day. I've
not done a performance, as in like a full show, since 2019.
And that feels weird because I went from since School of Rock. It was there was probably like there was a solid 5 years where I was involved in our secondary school show, all of our college shows, and multiple shows for the adult and junior versions of my local drama group. So probably on average doing about, obviously some of those are smaller scale shows.
But they're still...
But three, like 3 shows a year, like very occasionally I was involved in like 3 different rehearsal processes at once.
Yeah.
Which I relish, to be fair. But that's sick.
I miss doing shows at the Blake Hay. This is very niche. But the Blake Hay is a wonderful fucking theatre.
I miss amateur dramatics, to be fair, in general.
I just
I just miss like the lack of pressure.
It's so good. Well, to be fair, even
doing a fucking comedy,
doing this, and then looking back on the process we did for either Made in Dagenham or you could say the Panto. I mean, Panto's a completely different style. So if I go for Made in Dagenham, I'm like, oh, we just skimmed over. Like looking at the first person, I was like, fuck, that was simple. Like that was surface level shit.
Even a bigger comparison for me was when I literally in my first year of college did a fucking play.
Yeah.
Exactly the same thing, and I'm there like, not only am I gonna be completely honest, the directing was completely, I don't care whether it's the step down from uni to college. The person who was directing us probably shouldn't be working in a secondary school teaching drama, if I'm completely honest. Yeah. And it's just, the levels have gone up.
Yes, and it's clear to see that, like, this is a whole different level. And if it didn't feel like that, I'd be a bit like, oh, what's going on here? You know, you want it to be a different level. Let's be honest.
So my big piece of advice, which to be fair, I actually think is especially true in acting, but I think in other jobs in life it's actually very important. Now I can't claim this is my own.
Okay.
Because I heard Jodie Whittaker talking about this.
Very good.
The idea that, and you know, some people say it's very vaguely common, but especially in an acting context, no question is a stupid question. Always ask the questions and never feel like you'll be looked down on for asking a question. And it's a piece of advice, for example, in my own context, it's a piece of advice I've taken into doing the play. And I've had no shame in, for example, my director will give me a piece of direction and I'll go, can you elaborate?
Yeah.
I don't quite know what you mean. It's this idea of if I ask, I get the clarification I need to, let's face it, do my job.
Yeah.
If I don't ask, I'm practically, what was the point in the conversation in the first place?
Yes.
But then it's also true with like in life, right? Like or in a script, I don't know what this word means. Do you know what it means? Like don't. No one should ever feel shame for not knowing something.
Because I've done that recently. I don't think I would have done this back in like college or anything like that. But I've literally gone to my director and been like, I don't know if I'm saying this line right. I mean, like, I don't know. And I'm like, I don't know if I know the context of this line. Yeah. And if I didn't say that, I could have been saying that line wrong. Because then it puts the other person off if it's the wrong so.
And also that if you don't know the context of a line, for example, that is, I don't know what the technical terminology of this, but what I would call a dead line, where
You're just wasting it, it's a throwaway.
You've said it for no reason, therefore that is dead space.
Yeah, well,
as our directors would probably say, the stick's been dropped, the ball's been dropped.
My director will say that like he's a massive like. Each word in that script has been put there for a reason. So like, that writer's put the word there because it's like, use it. Use every word you've got. And it's like, it seems obvious, but I'm like, oh yeah. Like, yeah, there's no word here that doesn't need to be there. So don't just like throw it away because it's like, oh, I don't know what it means. Find out what it means.
What a plot twist.
What a plot twist. I've been distracted for the past 30 seconds because I've realised that only one of our kitchen tiles has some sort of flower on it.
I've noticed that before.
I'm baffled.
I would show them, but it's our kitchen's a bit mango.
Shit. But I cannot find any other. It's so incredibly niche, as most of this podcast seems to be. I cannot find it. There's no other tile with that flower on.
It took me a while because I always thought there were 4 colours of tile. There are dark green and light green tiles.
1, 2, 3. That's 5. That's 5. Oh.
I didn't realise. It took me a while to realise there are some dark green tiles there as well. There are actually 5.
Our kitchens have used me.
I love our kitchen. Though it's great.
So incredible.
And if you want to see our kitchen, it features on the Nerdy Brit channel quite a lot. So go subscribe.
Whenever I'm doing like a run around the house, recording a clip in each place, this is always it. I'm like. In a little kitchen.
Why did I just promote the Nerdy Brit? When if you're watching Mab, you're probably fucking...
Imagine if you're watching this and you do not know who either of us are from our own channels. That is mental.
If you know one of us, fair enough. If
you don't know either of us...
What the fuck are you doing? What are the rules?
We have a rather delightful segment on this podcast, James.
You sound enthused.
We've made a whole podcast out of this one segment, and it did very well. People seem to love it.
Yes, we're going to do more.
From it. We're doing more.
Comment down below film franchises you'd like us to
basically give
rank.
us a tier list that will be able to make at least 45 minutes to an hour of content. Because like when we rank like Crisp, we cannot get a full podcast. Pixar films, clearly we can. Marvel films, clearly we can. They've run out already.
Yeah, I can't think. The Terminator films.
Muppet films.
Yeah, to be fair.
There we go.
I'm sure we can get an entire Muppet-based podcast.
Oh, 100%. I'll be all over that, like a rash.
Muppet Characters podcast.
Oh, a Muppet. Yeah, that's good. Soups, James. And I don't mean the boys, I mean soup, as in the soup.
As in
the boys' soups. superhero.
Oh,
Amazon
right, okay. I was thinking of the traditional spelling with an O in it.
Prime. No. No.
But we are talking about the traditional
We
spelling
are.
with an O in it.
So I don't know how we talked about this quite a few times. Not on the podcast, just sort of how it's even. I don't know if it's better or worse. That we both quite like soup.
Both bloody love a soup.
But then I
we
feel like we both
really, we just both like food.
we
don't
both have. We're both fat fucks. And I feel that we both like. We have very, very, very strong opinions on soups.
No,
I
genuinely.
feel like we love soups, and anything
I could
you
debate
love,
with soup.
anything you love, you're gonna have strong opinions on. Like if we start talking about Doctor Who, you're gonna have some strong. Like if you love something, you're passionate about it. There's strong opinions.
Yeah.
Soups. So I don't know that there's many soups. 24 soups ranked.
Okay.
I don't know if I can name you 24. Starting off strong with lentil soup.
Okay. Can I see the picture they've gone for?
It's fucking cat sick is what they've gone for, James.
It looks vile. The problem is, and if it
That
comes...
specific lentil soup,
That
I
looks
wouldn't go
vile.
anywhere near.
Now, I have a love for a certain soup that has lentils in it. So we'll see how high it makes it up this list.
But lentil, I agree. Lentil soup. That
I-
specific thing is,
Yeah.
lentils in soup, good. A soup that is just lentils, no.
You'd be shitting for
That's-
days.
You would.
You'd be shitting.
But
for
no, look,
hours.
I did not know this was a thing, and it's making me feel a bit sick.
Good.
Egg drop soup.
Fucking hell, they've just taken an Apple product and made it a soup, have they? What is that?
What is egg drop soup? Okay, well see, now occasionally when we do these tier lists, I have to Google what I don't know what egg drop soup is.
What,
It's a Chinese soup of wispy beaten eggs in chicken broth.
To be fair, it doesn't sound
It doesn't
awful.
I say, it sounds like what? Like
Sounds
bits
edible.
of scrambled egg in like a chicken
Yeah.
broth. That sounds okay. It sounds okay. It just looks fucking vile.
Fucking hell.
Split pea soup at number 22.
Can I?
Doesn't look horrible.
The problem is, it's the word split there that
Yeah.
confuses me. Because a pea soup is
Ah.
bloody lovely.
But apparently it has the texture of chalk.
Well,
I've never eaten chalk.
a regular pea soup doesn't, and I quite like a pea soup. So I'm sorry. I don't know why they're splitting it. It's not
Yeah,
banana.
what makes it split? That's not good.
Oh, thank you. Cheers.
That's my question. What makes it split pea?
Yeah, I don't get that.
Like you're just chopping them in half. Does that make a difference?
Maybe.
Probably not.
Who knows?
Oh god. Okay. What's your opinion on fish, James?
Certainly not in a fucking soup.
So Manhattan clam chowder doesn't appeal to you?
Right. Right.
You know it's gonna be it's gonna be content if it starts with right.
Who?
Like Will and E.
Right. Okay.
Hello.
Who decided that the most appetising word they could put in the name of a soup is fucking chowder?
Also, the fact it's from Manhattan. Oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah. Oh, fucking hell. Like, shit district in New York.
Manhattan
Brilliant.
clam chowder. What's chowder?
I don't know.
Doesn't sound nice.
Sounds like a shit cheese.
It's just fish in a soup.
It's a bit paedophilic, innit?
It is. Like a tuna soup. The most paedophilic of fucking fish in a soup.
Oh, what was someone was really paedophilic today. I'm meant to tell you.
Jimmy Savile?
No, someone said...
Gary Glitter? Michael Jackson?
Right, this is bad, that I'm probably immune to the whole Jimmy Savile is a paedophile thing.
What? Hang on. What do you mean?
In terms of, like, you'll say, like, make a Jimmy Savile joke and be there, like, you know, as soon as you go to Gary Glitter, that makes, like...
I guess it's so normalised that
Yeah.
Jimmy Savile is a nonce that it's just okay, yeah, of course it is.
It's so normalised
But it is.
that Jimmy
Yeah.
Savile is a nonce. That's just...
That's your life lesson.
And it's 2 this week.
But like it is like Jimmy Savile is the go-to nonce. Like if you want to make a nonce joke, Jimmy Savile.
See, my go-to nonce is Rolf Harris. I've
See a
gone with
list
it.
of nonsense.
Sorry, if the top 2 aren't Rolf Harris and Gary Glitter, I'll kill myself.
I never thought I'd hear you So, you're right, James.
Parker, what's your favourite paedophile?
He might be asleep.
No, I think he's awake. Yeah, what's your favourite paedophile?
That's a good choice.
Any thoughts on Gary Glitter?
Or Rolf Harris.
Or Rolf Harris?
Or Jimmy Savile if you want to know the classics.
Fucking hell.
Oh, Jesus. Back
You
to
know
soup.
those like big questions are like dream dinner guests? Imagine if someone's answer.
Rolf Harris, Gary Glitter, and
Jimmy
Jimmy
Savile
Savile.
and Michael Jackson.
Pork. Oh, God.
Oh god,
Good.
what a fivesome.
Are you doing a paedophile?
No, we're doing soup. But number 21 was Manhattan clam chowder. Then we said fish is paedophilic. Then we started talking about paedophiles.
Right.
Rolf Harris is our favourite, or Gary.
It goes Rolf Harris, Gary Glitter, Jimmy Savile. Those are the top three. And then your mum.
Big up MJ. Sorry, Kevin McAllister.
Oh God. I can't think of anyone nonsense.
Desperado.
Can't think of anyone nonsense. There must be more famous nonsense.
Callum's Corner.
Oh yeah, fucking
what, Snapshot?
Eye, yeah.
Right.
Oh,
Wow, God.
he's a new entry on the he's,
A hot new bombshell enters the
paedophiles level. Castle Royce at the primary school.
Can this stay in? Yeah, it's going to. It's going to.
Yeah, but the 30 people that watch it might get offended.
I love.
Sorry, Katie. Hope you're not offended. Number 20.
Katie, comment your favourite paedophile.
We're trying to move away from the paedophiles now.
It's got me orange juice.
Right. Number 20 is chicken noodle soup.
Oh, fucking. Right, you can have a
chow
noodles
mein or
your
have a soup.
Fuck off.
Louis,
Why are you combining
we went the
them?
exact same thought pattern. Have your chow mein, have your soup. Don't fucking combine them.
Wet wipes.
Has there been cream of anything yet?
No, I
Is
won't
that
worry.
even fucking noodles?
That's fucking
Like pasta,
spirulini.
yeah. It's fucking spirulini, dickhead.
Didn't know spirulini was a type of pasta, to be fair, but sure.
I was very-
Spirulini?
Yeah, I think so. Something like that. It's a spiral in it. I'll give you that. I have never heard of this soup. You might like this. Broccoli cheddar soup.
I have heard of it. Let's have
I've not had it, but I
It
want
looks
it.
Why is it fucking green?
Yeah, what?
The broccoli?
Yeah.
Probably.
You know what I mean though? Surely if it's a cheese.
Probably the broccoli.
So there's gonna be.
Good.
Would that be that bad?
I think it'd be quite nice.
Yeah.
Come on, try
I
it.
want it. Okay,
That
I
way?
enjoy paedophiles and soup.
Maybe I'll make that on Twitch. I'll be cooking stream. I'll come back by making a broccoli cheddar soup.
You do realise, knowing us, this podcast will probably be called Paedophiles and Soup.
Oh,
I don't think it can be. I don't think we can actively refer to paedophiles in the title or
Can I put it
thumbnail.
in the
Definitely cannot. Good evening.
If I star out,
paedophiles.
if I star the E,
I'll let you do
it's
it. I
like
don't
P
care.
star. Okay, we'll do. You know, you never know. That's
Definitely.
why this made
To
me
be fair
laugh.
though, it'd be great. It would be great content if we got an age restriction.
Oh,
on-
that
on
would be
one
good
podcast.
Oh, maybe we should just for that.
Yeah, just for the.
We
age.
don't want to be blocked.
Yeah, okay, well that's
That
it.
is a ball like. Well,
Yeah,
again,
actual
why we
video-
just-
Yeah, we'll work it out.
number 18. This is a really funny word. Gumbo.
What do you mean?
It's more like a stew than a soup.
Why is there fucking rice? Sorry,
It's
why?
like a reverse curry.
If you went to Nando's, got some shit on a plate, and then went to have some spicy rice with that.
I don't know what gumbo is. It just looks a bit. It's like a fucking casserole, dickhead.
Oh, sounds like the Wish version of Dumbo.
Good. 17 is bean soup.
Isn't that just lentil?
Well, apparently not. It looks shit though.
Looks fucking
It
dreadful.
looks awful. The little things of sauce don't make it any better. Makes it look wanky. 16 is minestrone.
I keep seeing that.
What is minestrone?
don't
The go-to
know.
vegetarian soup.
Well, I
Oh, it's just a fuck
I
ton
thought
of-
it would be a vegetable soup
It's a
or
fuck.
a tomato.
So it's a fuck ton of veg with little bits of pasta. in broth.
Sounds nice, to be
Why
fair.
are we putting pasta in soup?
No, weirdly, sometimes you'll get like a tin of vegetable soup and it'll have like sometimes a little bit of pasta. It works, it does. It's weird, but it works. Sounds like
Right,
rich.
this I don't get. This I don't get because it's basically water. Miso soup.
I don't. Oh,
It's
no,
just pond
yeah.
water at that point.
I don't want
Because, like,
spring onion water.
right,
I'm good, thanks,
soup,
my guy.
you want some, like, yes, you want soup to be liquid, it's a fucking soup, but you don't want it to be, like, that liquidy.
Yeah, nah.
You want soup to be the consistency where, like, you wouldn't, if gravy was that consistency, you wouldn't have it. Like, you don't want it to be as thick as a good gravy. You want it to be as thick as, like, a mid gravy. I don't, but that is just water.
That's grim, man. Oh god, there's a plot twist incoming.
Because it's not a soup.
It's not that deep.
Number 14 is chili.
What?
As in con carne. It's not a soup. What defines a soup?
Wait, what picture are they?
It's just a bowl of chili con carne, James. I don't know what you want from me. It's what's the definition of soup and how
What
is
are we
chili?
ranking?
What are we ranking
A
here?
fucking chili?
What? And how is that 18 on a soup tier list?
What?
It's a liquid dish. If your chili's got liquid in it, it's not good.
Oh, brilliant. So that
How
means
is
my
number-
semen's a soup.
Jeez.
Brilliant.
Jimmy Savile. Sorry, I can't
Don't
keep
say
thinking
it,
about
don't say it, don't say it. Rolf Harris Webb.
Gary Glitter.
Callum's Corner.
I can't say that on the podcast.
Go
I
ahead.
can't.
Go say it, I'll edit it. I might just keep
He's number 5. Have you seen he's in Willow? You know the Disney Plus series Willow?
What?
He plays one of the little goblins. He did motion capture for it. He
What?
put it on Facebook.
That's kind of mad, to be
It's kind of
fair.
amazing. It's a nonce, but it's kind of cool. I don't know how much we can keep that in.
And probably none of it. Because I ain't putting in beeps. So last time I tried to silence a clip, I had to take down an
Just
entire
silence the
fucking
entire
podcast.
podcast.
I silenced the last 7 minutes and kept in the
joke.
kept in the joke I had to edit out.
The important thing is chili's not a soup.
Yeah.
And the fact it's 14 on a soup tier list. Matzo ball soup? It looks like it's just got some dumplings in it. Dumplings in murky water. Wonton soup, James?
I quite like a wonton soup too.
Well, I like a wonton. I've never had a wonton soup.
When your soup isn't very heavy. I don't know what we're on tonight.
I don't know what's
I
happening.
don't know what's
I
going
think
on.
recording it late, it just kind of gets...
Yeah, I'm a bit delayed. I've had a long week.
It's like a late trip. You know,
I can work tomorrow.
you do like a late night Asda trip. It's got that sort of vibe. Just everything goes to shit.
You know what
And we got the Desperado.
I think I said it a couple of weeks ago when I was there. Like, I'm literally every day head back for a round of croquet. Sorry. Like every day I'm either like in work or uni. Like
I it was better. I was going to say I'm shuffling.
I know yours is that's better. I'm getting to the point where I'm just a bit delirious. I just want a fucking day off.
I've got into it's a bad habit, but I've got into the habit now of having a Monster at lunch. Because I realise I get to lunch and I'm like, oh, we're doing a run. I need to have energy, so I'll have a Monster. There was like the camping shop. They have basically no Monsters today.
No, I had to have
They
I
only
just had to have like the standard zero.
They only had
sugar
one left. And it was like a purpley reddy one. It was like berries. It was shit. I wanted to get the white one because I tried some of that.
No,
It
the
was
white
very
one's
good, but They
lovely.
had none left. Number 11, mushroom soup. If it was chicken and mushroom or something like that, I might be a bit. Just mushroom.
Mushroom's very flavourless, so when you make it the star of the dish.
Yeah, 'cause if it's a chicken and mushroom, you got something. But just mushroom? Come on now.
Like, fuck me, you'll be getting your vitamin C in.
See, now we're in top 10. This is one half of my favourite soup. So it's got one of the ingredients. It's potato soup.
I don't do what picture have they used.
Not great. They're not using the best pictures for this.
The problem is, soups made with bread, you don't need to put carbs in your soup. I don't
What are the crispy? Are they croutons?
Oh,
I love a crouton.
I would happily stick my
And
dick
like
in a
you know, you
crouton.
get those like half-baked rolls you put in the oven to heat up, them with a soup. Honestly.
Sexist.
This is fucking Hunger Games. Oh my god, fuck off! Remember those New England clam chowder? I don't want chowder!
How many fucking clam chowders are
It's
there?
like the shredded
Wait,
wheat all over again.
That's literally just a different part of America's version of a clam chowder.
I doubt it's different.
Why does a New England one get to be better than the fucking Washington one? No, I don't think it was Washington.
Number 8, it was
Manhattan.
yeah.
God, manhandle.
Oh,
Bit
good.
like Jimmy Savile.
Okay, you got that before me. Number 8, I feel like this is going to open a lot of conversation. Number 8 is tomato soup.
Now, if that's cream of tomato, fuck off, you paedophilic wanker.
Tomato soup? I'm on board.
I like
I'm
a
on board.
tomato soup.
It's simple. It's kind of just now in our house that we have tomato soup for starter at our Christmas dinner. Mum always does a bit of tomato soup going. It's very nice.
Sorry, how has this never come up or has it come up in a Christmas pod?
I don't think it has actually. Well,
Tomato
no, it might have done. I
soup
think it did in the first one. 'Cause we went through and spoke very in depth about our lives at Christmas. I don't know where it started. I don't know where it's. I think my nan used to do it, and then my mum then did it.
To be fair, it's
And
got-
I'm like,
this
right,
Christmas
let's
we
see.
had some brie bites and a bit of salad.
Oh, brie bites.
Stop. They were alright.
Didn't
You
work.
big
did it?
Ian McKellen.
So niche, but I love it. It's such a good clip.
No one knows. We make too
We
many
have-
niche references.
I think the problem is we somehow have the exact same frame of references even before having discussed them. So we just sort of assume that everyone else our age knows these references when no one's got any idea.
It's great. I love it.
Like if I said I'm off to Paris in a Yaris, 99% of people have got no idea what I'm talking about.
And I'm
This
missing
next
myself.
song, this next soup. Oh God! Get fish out of my soup. Seafood.
This has become one of my favourite podcasts. I know.
Seafood bisque. What's a bisque and why is there seafood in it? It's got a prawn on top
Why
of
is there half a biscuit in it?
it. He just snapped the digestive in half and whacked it off. Just a bit of a hobnob. Why is there seafood in my bisque? The description says, like eating your own personal creamy ocean. This is BuzzFeed. Who wrote this? It's like eating your own personal cream. I don't want to eat my creamy ocean.
I'm
Alright,
good.
Dick, I think I'll survive.
I'm sound.
Oh, I don't care anymore. I'm sick of gazpacho. What's gazpacho?
Sounds like someone you meet down the pub. For fuck's sake.
Sounds like an Italian mobster.
Where's just the fucking like classic vegetable soup? You know.
Maybe that'll be top. Okay, right, top
I've
five.
got to the beef and vegetable in the fridge. Where's that?
What do you reckon number 5?
In the cupboard, I should clarify. It's not the fucking fridge.
So, what do you reckon number 5 is, James? In top 5?
I think it's going to be vegetable soup.
It's chicken and dumpling.
To be fair, sounds lovely.
It's like, look, they're not using very good pictures. But look, I love chicken. I quite like a dumpling.
I really fancy a dumpling now.
Oh, I don't.
How do you make dumplings?
A lot of admin would be my guess. Should we have a look? Should just have a look at how
At
to
some
make
point, I might try and
dumplings.
work out how to make a dumpling. I fancy a dumpling.
Now, this I've seen everywhere,
Oh god.
but I don't know what it is. It's pho. It's
I've
like a
heard of
ramen
that.
bowl. It's like a ramen bowl. It's got like noodles.
That's not a fucking soup.
It's not. It's just noodles.
Oh my god.
We need to start defining what soup is.
Yeah.
Because,
Chili was worse though. come
okay,
on.
so this one's great because there's a photo coming soon. So we don't have a photo of it, but they've ranked it third. Tortilla soup. I wish I could show you a picture of a tortilla
What?
soup, James.
As in fucking.
Well, I'm going to see if I can find a
Doritos.
picture. Tortilla, it has to be tortilla wraps.
What? Is.
What are the rules?
Is it? Look shit.
Well, look, yeah, fucking awful. What's number 2, James?
It is winter vegetable soup.
Ramen.
More noodles. More fucking noodles. Why is there an egg in it?
What,
Why is there a fucking hard-boiled egg in it? What's number 1? Don't take the piss, man. Don't take the piss.
It's the worst vegetable. It's butternut squash soup. Number 1, it's Wally all over again. Number 1 is butternut squash soup. I don't know why I bother. It's the Jimmy Savile of soups. I don't know why we're doing this. Butternut squash. I don't want a shit pumpkin. I don't want a normal pumpkin, let alone a shit one.
Butternut squash.
And not blended up in me fucking bowl with croutons. I don't want butternut squash.
Butternut squash soup, man.
How? Why? What?
Fucking hell.
It's like drinking velvet, apparently, James.
Oh, yes, because I'm fucking desperate to glog on fucking velvet. I just don't.
Do you like butternut? No one, surely.
I don't. I
feel like these tier lists now are slowly breaking me down.
I'm starting to feel a bit upset. Like, have you ever had a lentil and bacon soup?
Okay, we have. Oh, this is a whole new little thing to this. There are comments on this tier list.
Good, right.
No, someone from this is dated 8 years ago. This was written. Someone said French onion.
I don't mind French onion. Weirdly, like the actual taste of the soup is quite nice. Too many onions in it for me usually.
Here we go. So other pens 8 years ago, if you're watching, someone said this other pen said French onion, potato and leek, carrot, yellow Thai coconut curry with chicken and lime. Not a soup, dickhead.
Just listen to the full fucking curry recipe.
He's just giving us a bolty. Fuck off. Red curry and wild rice. This isn't just food.
Fucking hell. About to go banana.
Do you want to hear the most American
Cacao
thing
bean.
ever? The most American thing.
Self-raising.
Cheeseburger soup. That is the most American fucking thing.
Oh, big up diabetes.
Just blend up your Mackies. Goulash? Don't know. The Casa Grande?
No, goulash is a Hungarian soup and it's fucking sick. I love goulash.
Stews of any
We're not allowed to make goulash.
Not a soup, is it? Someone said, "What? Any stews?" But stew isn't soup. Different thing. Beer, cheese? Oh God, I'd rather not.
So, what are, Fraser, your top 3 soups of all time? So I feel like that's a more positive note to end this podcast on.
Top 3. Oh God. See, I'm a sucker for a good tomato soup.
Okay.
As long as it's not cream of tomato, because I'm not. Weirdly, I quite like a vegetable soup. If it's like a nice country vegetable soup, that's a nice one. And I gotta say leek and potato, because my mum made it quite a lot, and I quite like a good leek and potato soup. James?
I've got 4, so I can't decide
That's
what
okay.
I wrote down. Lentil and bacon is a fucking beautiful soup, underrated.
That sounds amazing. I've never had lentil and bacon. That sounds really good.
Specifically a winter vegetable soup. I don't mind a vegetable soup, but a winter vegetable soup is lovely. You get the winter vegetables going, sexy. As I said, you get a right French onion with not too many actual onions in it. You just get the flavour, bit of cheese on the top. Fucking brilliant. And then I'd actually go, you get it right, a pea soup is in my top 4.
Never had a pea soup. Or French onion. French onion's always something I wanted to try. It's everywhere. But I've only ever seen people have bad French onion soups. Bibliothèque?
Oh, thank you very much for watching the Mediocre at Best
This
podcast.
might be my favourite podcast we've ever done.
I honestly think the
It was
pedophile
just pure
talk
chaos.
did so much good for me.
It was good.
I love talking about pedophiles. Do you have anything else you wish to say before we stop this podcast?
Gary Glitter?
Rolf Harris?
Paul?
Canon? I'm going to...
Thomas Alton? No.
Fuck it, it's staying in.